just being with someone because she didn't want to be alone. She didn't want the pacifier anymore. She wanted something more meaningful, and that was getting to know who she was in her journey of discovery. She liked, when she went on this journey, what she figured out was that she liked taking time to discover who she was and what she wanted. So what she did is reframe her life into something more meaningful on the lines and on the road to success, a successful relationship. You know, cultivating success in your life doesn't just have to mean business. It can have all different type of success stories. So Don, on the other hand, never got what he bargained. I mean, he never he got what he bargained for. And if you want something, you're going to work for it. So she made him work for her and work for just even having a chance to talk to her. She made him work for respect. She made him work for time, because her time, she's now realized, was valuable. And she valued who she was as a person. And along the way, the truth was that they were both broken, because he was always looking for something that never satisfied him, because it was inside of him. And that's the reason why he was never satisfied. That was the whole key. That's the reason why I was woman, because nothing ever satisfied him until he could understand that he was searching for fixing himself instead of putting emotions into people and then taking them back because he became bored. He was bored with himself. She never wavered about her belief system of wanting to do better with her emotional endangerment to self. She never gave in to, she never wavered against her new belief system, her new set of found beliefs. She became a more meaningful person herself before she even attempted to start a relationship with someone else. The emotional damage for her was far too great, and she finally recognized, I'm going to take my time. Everyone thought this stunning, beautiful, drop-dead gorgeous this woman had someone, but she didn't. She just simply realized it was more to her than her beauty, and she wanted to explore what the other side of her felt like and looked like. What did she look like on the inside as a human being? What did she feel like as a human being? What did, not in the flesh, but what did she feel like to others as a person? And she didn't make others, their belief system, become her outcome by saying, well, she thinks this, that's why she don't want to talk to anyone. No, she doesn't think that, you think that. I'll tell you about that later, because that's exactly what I pull out of my bag. No, I don't think that, you think that. So don't tell me about what you think and tell me you expect for me to believe what you think. You want to piss on my head and tell me it's rain? Go away with that. No, not today. I've done too much work to try to get myself in a better place. No, don't go attacking my belief systems. Don't do that. Okay, so let's keep it moving. The art of discovery of self-change is beautiful. When you start the act, when you're in the act of discovering that you are changing and you like who you're changing, and the belief system and your foundation is changing of who you are and what you want, well, guess what you're doing? You're reframing your life. You're reframing your lifestyle. Okay? So I'm going to let you off the hook about them too. So after over 15 years, they're happy. They're happily married. They've been together for over 15 years and still counting. These two people, these broken individuals, what they did is they built a belief system together. The both of them became rooted in one another. And today they have a beautiful set of grandchildren. They've created a comfortable, beautiful, loving, and passionate life together because one person took the time to change, leading to breaking old habits and creating new productive habits about self. And this person saw something in this woman that was so much deeper than looks, that he had to have more. And he wanted to go on the journey. He said, well, this is different. She's different. I want more. I want to know what's making her different. And why am I so attracted to her difference? You wanted the best of me, and I'm giving it to you today. Ask yourself, can this become my visualized experience in life? Putting down my own set of beliefs that have not gotten me the outcomes in life that I want to. I want to know about creating goals for what you want out of life. Taking the ability to look back from where you were and where you are today. How do we take this ability journaling? How do we look at this? How do we know we need to change? Because we look at who we are and we look at it. We look at what we're doing, the time frames, the triggers. We look at all these things because they mean something. It's not about, a person can tell you what you need to do, but then when it comes down to how you need to do it, that's when the work starts. When you have access, that's when the work starts. And it's deep. We have another set of techniques which really work. It's the W's, the blueprint of life. What, when, who, where, and why. This is a powerful technique of discovery. And it's a beautiful technique of discovery and transformation. Our transformational blueprint is always about how you are, where you are, and who you're going with, and where you're going, and how you're going to get there. How you're going to get there is the beginning, and the end is getting there, okay? But what is it going to take to get you there? When are you going to get there? Who are you going to get there with? Where is there, and why is it there? Trust me, the W's are something. And what I'm looking at is a new year coming, and I wanted to think deep and meet people where they are in life. Everybody won't be where you are. Some will and some won't. Some people will want more. Some will seek and look for answers of transforming fears into positive affirmations. The powerful technique of reprogramming your subconscious mind for success. This is a true technique. Sometimes you simply have to get out of your own way and conquer your fears of success. Conquering your fears. Have you ever noticed you are almost at the finish line of achieving a goal you set for yourself? Okay, many of you are going to be able to identify what I'm about to say. You set this wonderful goal that you set for yourself, and then you become your own worst enemy. You start doing everything that you're supposed to not do for this dream not to become a reality. This is fear. You don't want to get up. You don't want to show up. You don't want to write another word. You don't want to read anything else. You don't want to get to your meetings on time. You make excuses. You let this horrible feeling of doom and gloom come in, and it comes over you and says, oh, well, here's fear and here's gloom, and here the both of them come like they always do. Okay, like Stormy Monday. You know what I'm talking about. How they creep in and come in, and the next thing you know, you done already changed your whole mindset. Everything that you was going to do that day, you're not doing, and you're just somewhere in the bed in a really horrible mood because you're hiding from the world, because you're afraid of your own success. And you can't be. You can't be. You got to walk that walk, talk that talk, and stay on that journey. You must. Okay, because success was never meant to feel success. It was never, ever, 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 ever meant to feel comfortable. Because if it did, we'd have a lot more successful people in the world. Okay, but the unknown has always been fearful. When people go on journeys and they go underneath the earth, they go in the sea, and they're on adventures, they're exploring. They're always scared, but they still on the quest to discover the unknown. They're still on their quest. And you have to you have to first tell yourself, I'm going on the quest. I'm going to go in and I'm going to complete. And then guess what happens? Layers of success happen. Layer upon layer upon layer. You will fall down sometimes, but then you will have the courage to get back up again, because you know that you've been able to get back up more times than you fell down. You've been able to get up and stay up more times than you fell down, because now you're on the journey. Now you're in the adventure. Now you're willing to conquer your fears. Now you're willing to research what your triggers are. Now you're willing to look back and see from whence you came and where you're going to. It may not be easy, but you now have the courage to do it. And that's what's most important, that you have the courage. And that's when we conquer our fears. And I'm being very honest, seriously so, okay? Fear, we must learn how to channel. This is one thing that you're going to learn if we work with you. You're going to learn how to channel fear into positive affirmations. I can do this. I will do this. I will complete on this. Therefore, we ask you to write it down. Do you know what your SSS is? Something Auspicious Wellness has coined. What is your SSS? This is a course we created in our e-course of transformation. And we also created a subconscious signaling system of success in you to point your actions out to you to support your dreams, helping you to become actionable, helping you to do this. Does anyone know? I mean, many of you might think I'm making this stuff up, but it's not. It's all true. These are real things. They're real. Okay, so now let's get to the next step. Does anyone know what the critter brain is? It's your brain stem. The emotion, everybody on the planet has a brain stem. Okay, and what I'm talking about is referred to as the three brains. These emotions drive us towards something or away from experiences that affect love, safety, and belonging. The brain stem. Okay? Or the critter brain. The critter brain is in charge of the physicality of you, physical, your heart rate, your breathing, your blood sugar, your blood pressure. Anything to do with keeping you alive is also referred to as the three brains. And it's true. So you know when you walk into the room and say, for instance, you want an interview, and you were going to this interview, you want this job real bad, and your heart start beating real bad, and you can hear your heart beating in your head, and the man or the woman is asking you a question, and you standing there like you're scared. That's your critter brain. That's your critter brain. Let's say, for instance, you're getting ready to do something you never did. You're about to dive off into the deepest ocean that you ever seen in your life before. You're in the Navy, and they tell you to dive in, and you scared to death. That's your critter brain, because you don't know what's in that water. You don't know what's under that water. You don't know if you're ever going to come back up again from that water. And on top of that, they put weights around your neck. So you got to sink or swim. So that's your critter brain. It's your critter brain. They're not going to let you drown, but you don't know. You don't feel 100%. Now, whoever jumped in the water with some weights on. But that's what you do in the Navy. But it's your critter brain that makes you afraid. And then when you start to jump in and do it, because if the ship ever goes down and you have all this gear on you, you have to be able to swim with it. Okay, but you don't know that they're not going to let you drown. Okay, so here is the critter brain. Oh no, I can't get in that water. I don't want to drown. This is crazy. This is how people drown. They throw them in the lake, in the ocean, in the river, and they put weights on them, and they go to the bottom of the river. Okay, well now it's sink or swim. It's sink or swim. And so this is what we want to help you understand. That critter brain, the three brains. Okay, so sometimes let's relate this. So sometimes we're on the verge of success. The critter brain leaps in and sends us into a tailspin of self-doubt. And next thing you know, you're second-guessing yourself. Well, what if I get there in this? Well, what if I don't get there on time? Well, what if what I want to present is not good enough? Well, what if I get there to pick him up and he doesn't like me? Well, what if I get on the date and it's something about me that she really doesn't like and she rejects me? Okay, well, come on now. Is you and your own feelings is your critter brain. Is your critic, because you have to realize we're our worst critic on earth, us, to ourselves, unless some people are like terribly self-centered. Okay, this is something we want to teach you in our e-course to help you overcome this horrible, uncomfortable feeling around your dreams and aspirations. Identifying the skill to help you master and achieve your goal is essential to the transformation of success. There's no way around this practice.